Hey there fellas, welcome back to your favorite anime channel, Anime Town, your number one stop for anything anime. Do make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Today we're gonna talk about the top 10 most heartbreaking betrayals in the world of anime. Oh, and before we get started, let me give you guys a spoiler warning, as I will be mentioning some major plot twists today. Now without further ado, let's get on with today's list.
勇者様、私、盾の勇者様の元へ行ってもいいですか?
Number 10 on our list is a betrayal from the most famous isekai anime of 2019, rising from the Shield Hero. Some people think that the only reason this series got so much hype was because of the initial betrayal that our poor boy Naofumi had to deal with. One day, a group of 4 people got summoned from Earth into a fantasy world. These 4 people were summoned to this magical world to fight off the waves of calamity and save the innocent people. Unlike the other 3 heroes, Naofumi did not really get much love or trust in this new world. Initially, this boy was not trusted by people to save their lives because he was the shield hero who did not even hold a weapon. Everyone just thought of him as a joke. Poor Naofumi's situation got even worse when the princess decided to falsely accuse Naofumi of sexual assault. After this false accusation, every person in this new world started to blindly hate this poor hero who was just trying to do his job. Well, the good news is that our boy gets extremely strong at the end and gets back at all of his haters. Naofumi's tale is a definite must-watch. There were many betrayals in this series, but today we're going to talk about the biggest betrayal out of all of them. Darling in the Franxx is the anime which showed many of us just how far a woman could go because of a little lady boner. Kokoro was the purest girl ever, and she was partnered out with Futoshi. Futoshi was madly in love with her and promised to always protect her no matter what, and at first Kokoro went along with his promise. That was until she became horny one day, and suddenly decided to drop Futoshi for the cold, personally less boy Mitsuru. I mean, sure, he might be a little more handsome as compared to Futoshi, but girl, no man would have ever loved you more than him. Futoshi gets extremely hurt at first, seeing how Mitsuru doesn't even care about the girl that is trying so hard to get close to him. Kokoro doesn't give up though. The girl eventually ends up committing the ultimate sin with Mitsuru. Well, at least Futoshi gets over her at the end. Yup, the worst anime ever had one of the best anime betrayals of all time. School Days is definitely a very weird anime which just revolves around a horny kid who eventually gets murdered. Okay, so this anime starts off as just a normal high school romance anime. Makoto is a normal boy who has a crush on a girl named Kotonoha. Makoto's friend Sakai helps him in getting into a relationship with this beauty, and she succeeds. But after she succeeds, Makoto and Sakai start to get romantically attracted to each other. The two keep their relationship a secret from Kotonoha, till eventually Sakai gets pregnant. After she is pregnant, Makoto decides to start living with her because he realizes that things have started to get very serious. He does try to man up, but at the end, the horny little boy just can't help it and ends up leaving Sakai to get back with Kotonoha. All of this back and forth movement of this guy messes up the head of both of these girls. Eventually, Sakai just gets extremely angry and ends up murdering Makoto, and Kotonoha murders Sakai. So yeah, to get two horny kids. Tower of God is a very unique anime which has been adapted from a Korean comic. The anime had only recently, so we don't really know much about the story. However, a pretty sad betrayal does happen in the very beginning of this anime. Tower of God follows the story of a boy named 25th Bam. Yup, that is a pretty weird name. Anyway, Bam is the sweetest little boy who spent most of his life in a dark, empty cave. This boy was extremely lonely, but then one day, a girl named Rachel came up to him from the unreachable light. She starts to spend time with Bam every day, and the two became best friends. Rachel tells him a lot of things about the outside world, which completely mesmerize our precious little boy. All was going well for Bam, but then one day Rachel just suddenly decided to betray this boy and go climb the Tower of God. Bam asks her to take him with her, but she just doesn't listen to him. After this, the boy sets out on a journey to find his friend. Now, this anime had a lot of betrayals. I mean, our boy Lelouch did go through a hell lot in this series. Out of all the different betrayals, the biggest one in my list is the Lucious Betrayal to Suzaku. Now, Lelouch did not directly betray Suzaku, and he low-key wanted the best for his closest friend, but Suzaku still got extremely hurt when he found out that Lelouch was Zero. Lelouch only became Zero to exact vengeance on all the people who had wronged him. He acted as a savior and a villain at the same time. The man committed some pretty grave sins, but he never meant to do anything to Suzaku. Lelouch even accidentally ended up killing a very close friend of his, who was also Suzaku's lover. At the end of the first season, both of these heroes came face to face and ended up fighting each other. This unintentional betrayal left many of us heartbroken. These three soldiers lived together with our heroes from the start. They struggled together and fought the Titans together, but in reality it was all just an act. These three were actually the reason why the Titans were even attacking in the first place. Annie, Bertold, and Ryan were all spies sent from a faraway land to get rid of our heroes. All three of them were trusted by us viewers, and the characters in the anime. The betrayal of Bertold and Reiner hurt us a tad bit more, as both of them have spent more time with our heroes. In the end, the two even kind of form a bond with the people that they were supposed to betray. This anime is certainly extremely sad. Now, we can just make a list about the top 10 anime betrayals and not include any of the Naruto series. This long-running shonen is just filled with betrayals at every single corner. Today we'll be talking about the betrayal of the 3 War Orphans against our favorite Jiraiya sensei. At a time when the world was suffering because of the Second Great Ninja War, 3 War Orphans named Yahiko, Konan, and Nagato were stripped of their own houses. The 3 orphans were barely surviving in this cursed world. One day they found a shinobi called Jiraiya. Jiraiya took pity on the poor kids and decided to teach them how to fight so that they are able to survive in this war. Jiraiya and the kids form a very close bond, but eventually Jiraiya leaves them to fend for themselves. This was a very poor choice as the kids slowly realize how truly horrifying this world is. Yahiko ends up dying, and this leads to Konan and Nagato becoming evil. Many years later, an evil version of Nagato is the one who kills his own sensei. This is truly a heart-wrenching tale.
Jiraiya 豪傑物語。これでちったましになったかの?
The Promised Neverland had a betrayal which was just as sad as any other on this list. In this anime, a bunch of orphans live a very happy life together in the grace-filled house. These orphans are looked after by Isabella, whom they refer to as Mama. All of these little kids love their mama more than anyone else in the entire world. But in reality, their happy life is just an illusion created by their mama. These kids are actually being raised for slaughter. Can you believe that? Some alien-like creatures are waiting for them to grow up and they will eat them. Mama only keeps them happy because it increases the quality of their meat. 2 orphans named Emma and Norman find out about this truth of their house, and they get extremely horrified. They had been trusting this woman for more than 10 years, but it was all just an act. Eventually, Emma and Norman decide to help their brothers and sisters escape from this hell.
ニーナとアレキサンダー、どこ行った？
君のような勘のいいガキは嫌いだよ。
Now, this betrayal will always remain a classic in the world of anime. No one can forget the betrayal of Sho Tucker, the most hated anime character in the entire world. At first, this man seemed like the most innocent guy in the whole series. He looked like just a simple bioalchemist living a happy life with his daughter Nina and a pet dog named Alexander. This guy got his state alchemist license 2 years ago for creating a chimera which was capable of human speech. Now he wanted to create another chimera, and he ended up ruining the life of his own daughter to do it. The guy merged the bodies of his daughter and the dog to create another talking chimera. His daughter trusted him more than anything else in the entire world, and even after becoming a chimera, she was still trying to protect him. This scene was extremely sad. Tucker was a truly sickening man. Number 1 on our list is a betrayal from the underappreciated series, Astral Lost in Space. The whole story of this series revolves around a big betrayal. A group of 9 kids is sent into space as a school trip by their parents. On this trip, they are meant to explore a distant planet and live there for a few days. This was supposed to be a simple and fun task, but the kids suddenly get sucked into some kind of black hole and get sent into the depths of space. At first, the kids lose all hope and think that they would just die, but they somehow manage to build up the courage to fight for their survival. As the kids are getting back to their home planet, they learn about the humongous betrayal of their parents. The parents of these kids are actually not even their real parents, and these kids are just artificially created humans. The creation of artificial humans is illegal. So to avoid any kind of problem, the adults ended up sending these kids into space. The adults all hoped that the kids would just eventually get lost and die. Now, a betrayal of this level from your own parents will surely hurt more than anything else. That was it for today's list. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more such content. Also, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.